Salutations YouTubers, and what you can see there on screen is basically my hands popping out, and the camera I'm using is a Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1. I'm not sure if I could have good discussions about the camera that I'm using, which is basically a tablet with a camera device, but the problem I'm having with, the reason why I don't have that much subscribers yet, I don't have any subscribers here, and I've only got at least 0 subscribers here, is because not just the way I haven't incentivized people like before, I suppose, if I'm trying to keep my words very nicely, and I'm trying to be like one of these YouTubers, like PewDiePie or T-Series. I've actually heard of PewDiePie before, but the problem is that not everyone has to have a great big subscription feed, and because the YouTube subscription feed is corrupted and busted these days, I just don't know what to say. And for what I can work out, my camera that I'm using at the moment is the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 device. Earlier in this video, as I said before, and this is the sort of device that, well, it's just useful. It's like an iPad, but it has many more things that iPads don't have. It's fair to say that I've only got about 6 items to review for my flip-flap tour review, and most of these are going to be pig products. So it's going to be like the time when I reviewed warthogs, but this time we're going to take a look at some domestic pig products. But before I start to go ahead and do this sort of tour review, and I'm not sure if I'm literally going to do a greetings and salutations video, because when I'm using this device, I don't know. What I can tell by looking at this video, I guess I was just trying to, promote people to come onto my site and to probably come into my YouTube channel. But the problem is, my camera is just, it's just obsolete. It's also blatant. It's also plaintive. And it's also a bit desolate. So that's the major problem, is that the camera quality, it's not that high compared to what many other bigger YouTube channels like PewDiePie and vieeo, if I can remember. And yes, I've luckily just got a jump cut for me, and thank God I've now got the ability to speak faster in a sense, because I am no longer going to do any more files in this video. Actually, did I say video or video? So it's more like VIDEO. That's how I say it. Anyways, let's just stop dozing around, or just stop loafing around looking at something. I'm not gonna be like someone who's basically invincible. The first product is a £16.98 product. It's a flip-flop origami toy. It's a Piglantis mermaid pigs or merpigs pack. So there's basically like 8 of these products, or 8 of these components, 8 of these toys. What we're gonna call it, I suppose, I'm not sure. I would literally say product components. Yeah, it's got the number right now because I've just written it already. And I'm not going to start thinking I'm just going to file this toy review. And comes with a bit of starfish activity. And there's a sea serpent to me, which looks more like a sea serpig, as it says there. Pretty weird, isn't it? It's basically based upon Greek mythology, that one. Maybe if you remember watching that film, it's basically like the Little Mermaid, who has basically infested with swine flu, like a great big fat old woman. It's just like, I could literally just describe those funny words that I can literally get from that very interesting but also comedic British YouTuber Stuart Ashens. And if you want to go ahead and see his channel, I'll put a channel link on the description down below, and also there's also another there's also another link to his channel. When the end of the video is here, you can go ahead and visit Ashen's channel, because I can tell you what, he makes some of the most hilarious of all content, which is very amazing indeed. Oh yes, that's all the components here. But yes, what's very miraculously strange is that the pigs are in different shapes. Okay, so not all pigs are pink, as you can tell, and it's quite funny that these pigs, they don't look too bad, and they still look nice indeed. This is a white pig, and there's also, what's that one there? That looks like a merpig. It looks like a mermaid with a pig. And hang on, why doesn't she have, I don't know why this pig doesn't have a mouth. I don't know why, she's actually missing her mouth. I mean, it's just like Ariel, who's turned into a swine, but she can't speak because she's a pig in a sense. So that's why she's a merpig. I wonder if we can get a merbor, like a merman, like I initially thought of, the little merpig. That would actually make Disney actually. I'm not sure. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe Disney could actually get very angry when I'm saying that. Probably it's because of copyright and the DMCA, perhaps. And what is that? That's another generic pig. In fact, this whole set is just generic stuff here as well. Yeah, it's all generic. And the starfish. I mean, to me, you know what? I'm actually just going to go for the close-up because, you know, there's nothing pink about that, I suppose. This one here is pink because you can tell how bright and it's quite sparkly this one is. Well, to me, it's not glittering, but it does shine really nicely, I suppose, from the tablet light. And it does look like a faceless version of Patrick Star, but without the swimming trunks or the shorts that Patrick Star wears. Pretty weird, isn't it? Or maybe Patrick Star wears pants, I don't know. And here's the white starfish. To be honest, it's just like, they're just simplistic designs. And what is that there? Hang on, is that supposed to be a sea serpent, or is that just some sort of mold that looks like they've just taken a duck mold and they've just turned this duck into a sea serpent that looks like a very, very weird sea serpent that has actually got the features and traits of a pig. That sounds pretty weird, isn't it? If I take a look at the back here, it's supposed to be this guy here, which is, I don't know, I don't get it. The design is just absolutely weird. But nevertheless, that's the way I make toys. You know, bland stuff can be good or bad, I suppose. Anyways, let's just go ahead and look at another pig product because, remember I did the video which talked about the Power and Action Pikachu that sadly died? I've actually made a video about it, and go ahead and try and watch that video clearly because I know my, and you can also leave a comment because I haven't got that much vocabulary, I suppose, but I'm actually quite interested. I'm actually quite interested on using, different types of words that can actually describe what has been absolutely mentally horrible with that Power and Action Pikachu toy that I bought during Boxing Day. And yes, that was just after Christmas last month. And what's this one here? Spotty Pot-Bellied Pigs 5-pack. That looks like the pigs out of Moana, isn't it? Is it Pua? I'm not sure I'm actually getting this one correct. £10.99 or £11. It was originally about £18.99 or £19. I mean, look at the pigs there. They just look a bit simplistic there. Hang on. Looks like these pigs are literally just covered in swan food for some reason. I don't know why they were. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it's just the way I describe it. It looks like they're all covered in freaking mites of stuff. It's just weird, isn't it? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and rip that one out. I don't know why I'm just going to rip all of the brown packagings and stuff out, I suppose. It's just absolutely blatant. But anyways, here are all the spotted pigs, pot-bellied pigs. I'm not sure if they do look like pot-bellied pigs, but they do remind me of that pig from, in fact, there's two characters I can work out. I'm pretty sure there's a Pokemon called Tepig, and there's also another one called Grumpig as well, but there's also another cat. I do know Pua the pig from Moana. It certainly does. And I could tell you what, this is actually quite amazing indeed. And yes, that looks pretty amazing indeed. I mean, where's Hey Hey? It's funny. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting Moana references there. Surely this video may have a lot of Disney references there. And this one there's got pink ears and a snout as well. Maybe that's gonna probably scare the crap out of all the Muslim and Jewish viewers that are literally. I don't know what I'm actually saying, but sorry for saying that, but I just don't feel like I'm in a good mood now. But nevertheless, sorry, I was only just pretending to become one of these people who just wants to masturbate others, I suppose. But I'm not going to do that because that would actually make myself, really, really stubborn, and that's actually going to sound really, really cruel. But anyways, these spotted pot-bellied pigs, they don't look too bland, they don't look too bad at all. They don't look that great, but it's just fine. And I don't know why I'm actually making compliments like that, because every time when I start to make YouTube videos like that, it's just absolutely strange. But going back to the real topic here, I think there's obviously going to have a total of 6 products, which is going to make this video absolutely long, and it's also going to be the most complex videos I've also produced for YouTube. Let's go ahead and grab another one here. This one here is probably another one of these bland piggy products. It's £11.99 or £12. It's a simplistic domestic pig toys dual 2-pack. That's what it says there, dual 2-pack, as I can see. Looks like this pig has got a tongue there. £11.99 or £12. And what's it say here? May or may not be used as a phone or tablet stand. 2 required. And I don't think it's going to stand that well, because I think it's the design of it. I don't know why, it's just absolutely weird. Maybe it's just like the next generation of technology, of just making yourself, you just want to watch something, or you just want to play with something on that device that you've got. iPad, tablets like the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1, or even the Samsung phones perhaps, or maybe other phone devices like, Apple stuff and other technological things like I don't know what I'm actually saying at the moment, but nevertheless, I'm just going to get the whole dual piggy product out. There you go. That's probably both of them, of course. Yep. There's quite some sort of I mean, just look at that. It looks like it's just like that pig from the Piglantis set. I mean, it's just got those floppy designs there. To me, it just looks like a very archetypal, simplistic, stereotypically designed floppy pig. It's just a very simplistic design. I've actually designed these toys before, I suppose. They do stand well, but it's sort of, it's not that taste for me. Maybe it's just because of the way children's and teenagers' generations are like that, I suppose. But to be honest, when I just go ahead and just make things like that, it just goes to show how drastically different to the way I make stuff. And there's a female version here, because you can tell by its eyelashes. This one here is a male, and you can see the snout there. I'm not sure if they can make, great tablet stands and stuff, but probably it's because of the way of how sloppy their feet are. No, I don't know. Maybe if I can try and stack 2. No, doesn't work. Maybe this could actually be probably one of the worst products I may have reviewed or not. I don't know why I'm just going to criticise, but maybe they're great. And we'll probably grab one of the most, I don't know what I'm saying, but my throat is starting to kill me because I've just spoken so much. £16.99 or £17. This is a Beach Island Spotted Pot-Bellied Pigs 12-pack, £16.99 or £17. So we're getting another Moana reference there. And look at that. And there's actually another reading here. It says, not all pigs have spots, but also have various patterns too. And hang on, are these pigs spotted? I mean, just look at that. All these pigs. How's that? I mean, I just don't know what I'm saying, but how are they supposed to be spotted? They just look like they've been, they've just gone on inside a steam train and have just got into a great big pile of coal, and they've just got freaking covered in soot. That really sucks me a lot, doesn't it? But anyways, that's just, oh, look at that, the glue. Rip this one whole apart. And this is actually the last pig product we're looking at, but we've only got 2 products left. Oh yes, that is a great big mouthful of pigs inside from that packaging there. Open me please. And I don't know why it's got 8 exclamation marks. In fact, all the pig products I've been reviewing have got, 8 exclamation marks, which is pretty weird. But there's all the pigs there. I mean, to me, their designs are just absolutely blatant. I don't know what to say. It's just the way it is, though. It's just absolutely very, very nice. And I don't know of how good or bad these pigs are. Like I said earlier in this video, pigs don't have to be pink, which is a good enough fine, if you can actually say. And yeah, so I mean, it's not that touch for me. Maybe I'm being a bit cruel, but these pigs, they just have a very, very nice touch. And what would have been nicer for these pigs is that I wish there was basically some sort of weird eyelash thing, just to make the pigs have a lot more complexity in design. But nevertheless, that's just basically a huge horde of great big spotted pot-bellied pigs, but they're not really A3 size, if you can think about it. Pretty interesting when you just look at toys like that. Oops, we just can't show it on YouTube. Just look how cool on just how many pig products I'm just leaving there. It's just like, I was just having a very nice day at the beach, and then I started to think I'm just going to do freaking something bad and stuff like that, but I don't know why. I just end up feel like I just don't know why I'm sounding like I'm a great big downer in a sense. Maybe YouTube isn't for me now these days. Maybe I just don't know why my YouTube channel was created. I mean, who's got to blame? Maybe it's my parents I got to blame for. Probably, in a sense, the way they make videos like that, I suppose. It's just absolutely weird. I could tell you what, my dad has actually created my own Google account, which is just absolutely weird. And probably that's the major reason why many people are just going to neglect YouTube. Well, probably, let's just say, years of a time, perhaps. And we're just going to take a look at, two of these products there. I'm just going to throw, what we're going to throw away. These little pieces there, they can go straight in the bin. And it's basically a matter of time if I just go ahead and throw these straight in the bin. And yes, I'm just back again, just going to take a look at these two products. But is it possible to do so? So yes, we're going to take a look at this one here. Lissa Blackback Gull, Breeding Birds Flock, 5-pack, £7.97. Just look how cheap these birds they are. And it's actually nice to have flapping birds back again, because it's just sad they're not here, but nevertheless they're back again. And I think it's going to be the water bomb base design, I suppose, for these birds. And there's the instructions on how to flap these birds via the anemone. It's part of the toy range. It's part of a toy range of British Wildlife Collection. Pretty nice to hear about it, of course. And yes, I actually do feel like that this is actually quite amazing, looking at this. And we're going to open this product again. I feel like this one's just going to be a little bit more blatant, but maybe not as blatant as the others. And yes, we're just going and take a look on how this product works. And we'll see if it's a true success or it could be a failure. Let's just go ahead and take a look. Oh yes, those seagulls. I don't know how blatant or bland these things are. But anyways, these birds, they do flap well. Looks like one of them's going to go ahead and terrorize the whole camera like this. Maybe I could do a much better seagull impression if I could sound like this. I don't know why I'm just acting one of those funny YouTubers there, but what you can see in this bird is basically the black and white wingtips, slate grey back, much darker on a herring gull, but lighter than that of a great blackback gull. Yellow feet and yellow beak, not surprising at all. And let's not forget the cute eye, and yes, this toy here. In fact, some of these items have been played around via, let's just say, on other pieces of paper. I could tell what, if these birds were like that and had spots around it, that would actually feel like they'll be in contagious mode, or maybe they're just feeling ill, or maybe they've just got covered in, let's say, a great big hyper-pathetic invasion of, bird flu in a sense. That's what I'd actually say. But nevertheless, these lesser blackback girls, they're not that bland compared to the other seagull toys I've looked at. I mean, it's just not that bad. But it's certainly not bottom of the barrel, because these toys look pretty amazing indeed. And we're going to take a look at something which is really, really hilariously different, because we're going to take a look at a thing which is basically a rip-off of the Pokemon trading cards. And yes, this is the one that I've been waiting for the most. It's a flip-flop All-Stars trading card game, Celestial Storm booster pack with game cards, costing at a cheap price of £1.95. Nothing much else in this artwork here at the front, but if you look at the back there, we can see what it looks like to be a great big piece of information there, with a great big Articuno right at the background there. I'm calling it Articuno because it reminds me of that Pokemon Articuno. And yes, looks pretty nice, doesn't it? And it says Nature's Wrath for... What's it says there? I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to read this one here. It says Nature's Wrath for ferocious and fury. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. It says, look out for cool and awesome EX cards. Card numbers range from 7 to 10 and even high as 21 cards. So that's pretty nice when you hear about it, I suppose. And it's actually quite strange that this product here is actually etching and actually trying to rip off into Pokemon, which is pretty weird. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cards and see what we've got. Now, this is basically a booster pack. Ooh, let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, there's actually something pretty nice there. We'll take a look at that card later. But here are all the basic cards. So we've got, there's a Blue Wing Pelican here, Blowtorch Chick, Combustion Fighter Cock, and there's a Friend Ball, Mudskip Axolotl. In fact, there were some cards which are stuck together, I suppose. Oh, there's a Water Strider, which is pretty nice though. Kissing Gourami Fish, that looks pretty nice. And, I'm not sure if you can see that, but some of these cards can actually delaminate really easily. So that's the only problem when I've got with these cards though. They just don't have the nice feel when you have the real. They just delaminate easily. It's not as good as these Pokemon cards. Kame Itachi, that's like a Sneasel ripoff. Adult Mane Wolf, that's like basically, that looks like a ripoff of Manectric. Acrobike, Blue Talon Girl, pretty mundane bird, isn't it? Another Blue Winged Pelican. And these cards are starting to poo off, aren't they? Another Blowtorch Chick, another Combustion Fighter Cock, and I'm pretty sure the last of all cards that we've all got is a Shamo Chicken EX card, which used to be a frickin' Blaziken GX card. And I don't know why in the frickin' hell do I have to rip off all sorts of Pokemon cards, no matter how good or bad they are. Let me try and take a look at other cards here as well. There's another Blue Talon Gal, which is a bit too bland, I suppose. Any more cards? Nope, that's just probably about it. But there you go, it just goes to show you on how good or bad these sorts of cards can be, because sometimes when you just rip off... Yes, I could tell you what I was about to say there, because someone just opened the door there, which was a really, really bad idea. But you know, that's just the way it is. And making those videos about rip-offs of Pokemon cards is certainly the best way to try and make a video of. And hopefully that can also tick the rest of many, many Pokemon YouTubers off. Because so far, by making this video, making Pokemon trading cards could be the best way to sell. And yes, this is basically one of the extra fillings that go over the Pokemon card, and I'm just going to throw that one straight in the bin. Actually, let's just put it away in the freaking bin, shall we? And I'm just going to stand up. I'm just going to probably use my feet, and let's just see if this thing can go straight in the bin. Yep, certainly is in. Well, I gotta tell you what, this video has been quite abundant. I've actually never seen flip-flop products to have a huge abundancy of toys, and I guess I was just trying to become as pretty interesting as many other YouTubers could make videos like that, because that's the way I tend to see things that I'm not seeing. And you know, I'm actually glad I'm still making videos on YouTube, especially the time I'm actually starting to make now, because of this nice, this product here, this Flip-Flop All-Stars trading card game, Celestia Storm booster pack with games cards, is probably one of the best products I've actually seen in this video. So if you want me to see me making more trading card game products in the future, well, leave a comment down below, because I know you guys will actually love me making so many Flip-Flop products for great big revenue. Anyways, I don't know if I've got more time to review Flip-Flop toys, but I'm actually glad that I'm just starting to do them now. But hopefully, maybe one day I might try and rectify the whole problem that I actually haven't got that much subscribers on YouTube, because YouTube of today is nothing like 5 or 6 years back. It's nothing like the site that I've joined, 12 years ago when I was like 5 years old. But man, I could tell you what, by the looks of it, it just looks pretty amazing when I just look at all sorts of different toys, like these Tomash toys. They've been really robust, and they've been absolutely awesome indeed. Anyways, I probably have to finish the whole video, otherwise this video will be a freaking long one. As always, thanks for watching, and come along and subscribe to Ashens. Subscribe to my channel here, and give a thumbs up and a great big like for this video, because what I want you to do is come and visit my channel, because the more you visit my channel, like many other YouTubers, the more the merrier, the way how good our world can be. Bye.